Hey guys! So this week we are talking about relationships. I've decided I'm going to actually make a video. I had some footage from when Dana and I thought it would be a good idea to watch the season finale of Doctor Who where Rose leaves. So Dana used enough of it that I think the rest can stay off the internet forever because I made a complete fool of myself and climbed into her couch. So I'm going to actually talk about real life relationships. I'm 17 and I've been in 2 relationships so far, both of which lasted a pretty long time. My first relationship was about 15 months. My second one, I don't even know, probably like 8 months. I've broken up with people. My first boyfriend and I were together when I was like between 13 and 14, so we were like really immature at that point in our relationship time. Since my first ex and I broke up so long ago when we were really young, we're still friends. Like, we're still pretty good friends. We talk occasionally. He's not really good at responding to text messages, but that's not because we dated, it's just because he's an idiot. My second ex and I don't communicate at all. I have no desire to talk to him ever. He actually scares me, so I'd prefer not to discuss any of that. Yeah. But I can tell you about my first relationship. I don't think children should be in relationships. I know 13 was way too young for me, and it caused a lot of emotional issues in my life because I was dealing with so much when I wasn't equipped to deal with that stuff. That said, I wouldn't change the experiences that I've had because I think every relationship that I've had and every breakup that I've gone through has helped me to learn more about what I want in life and what I want in a relationship, and that's necessary to have a good relationship. I don't believe in necessarily true love. I think that a relationship works and lasts when both people are in the emotionally ready state at the same time. So when a relationship will fail, it's when either one or both of the people haven't had enough experiences or aren't just in the place where they're ready to be in a committed relationship. My first boyfriend, let's call him Jeff. I don't know if you want to hear actual details about my first relationship, but as I said, it was 15 months long. I broke up with him the day before our 15-month anniversary. I went through a big friend transition in the middle of a relationship, which caused a lot of problems because we had the same friend group, and so when I fell out with a lot of the girls in that group, because I decided that I needed to take care of myself and not be in a friend group that wasn't making me happy or that was upsetting me, and I decided that I shouldn't have people in my life that weren't a positive source for me. So that was a big problem when he still wanted to be friends with them. Being immature, there were a lot of things that happened. He was in my choir. We went to China together with my choir on tour, which was the worst 2 weeks of my life so far. But I don't know if that was because I was away from home, homesick, but he broke up with me on the plane there and then asked my best friend out, and she said yes. So I spent a good first half of that trip completely alone in a foreign country. And I'm the type of person who, when an emotional issue is going on with me, I become like physically ill, especially at such a young age when I didn't know how to handle everything. I was just so overwhelmed, and I couldn't talk to my mom, and nobody was there for me to be able to talk to because I was rooming with my best friend at the time. She's not my best friend any longer because best friends don't do that. They broke up after like 4 days because, we were 13. When I was physically ill, I lost a lot of weight in those first 4 days. A lot, because I couldn't eat anything and I threw up a lot. Just trying to like breathe made me nauseous. So the people on the tour with me kind of were concerned, and so chaperones were assigned to sit with me at mealtimes and make sure that I ate things and ate protein. Eventually, I decided that I needed to pretend that I was happy, even if I wasn't. On the plane there, when he broke up with me, he told me he broke up with me because I was too negative, and the entire conversation was sparked when his best friend thought I should read his journal and handed it to me, and most of it was about how he really liked one of my friends. My other friend, not the one he asked out. I mean, you know, it's not such a big deal to me now because it was so long ago, and I'm like, you know, I'm over it. We were really young, we all made really stupid decisions. He and I kind of reconciled on the trip, but basically my sole goal at that time was just please stop being ill, get home to America, get home to your mother, figure out how to eat and not lose 20 pounds in a week. Like, that's not healthy. Jeff broke up with me in front of where we went to choir after I switched choirs, because he was in two. He had me come and sit on a wall with him, and he told me that he was interested in somebody else, and he then started crying. I could not cry because I was so overwhelmed with just did not know what was happening. I hadn't seen him in so long because after I had broken up with him somewhere in the middle of our relationship, his father decided that we weren't allowed to see each other anymore because it was really bad for both of us. We were young and stupid. So, you know, we had just been allowed to see each other again, not dating, but just like actually be in contact with each other. And he told me that he was interested in somebody else, and that he like still loved me, but loved her too. And I was just like, okay, this is just, I don't even know what to do at this point. But I dealt with it kind of badly. But again, I was 13 and should not have been in a relationship. If there is one piece of advice I can give to you, it's that no matter what happens in a relationship or with the opposite gender or the same gender, whatever you're into, don't regret the things that you do, because you will ultimately learn from them and they'll help you out. In my most recent relationship, I had a lot of issues with like regrets, and it just blew up and really hurt me when really what I needed to do was just to learn from the things that I had done or the things that had happened to me, and to just go from there and learn not to make the same mistakes again in the future, or to learn what I want from the future relationships so that they can work more smoothly and I don't have to deal with immature stuff, because I went through it when I was 13. And, you know, I mean, I'm still a child. I'm 17 years old. I have so much more to learn, but I feel like I've come far enough to know what I deserve and what I want from life in general. And this year has really been about me finding myself and what I need to do to take care of myself